Good morning, Year 4, and welcome to Wednesday's maths lesson. Here are the answers to yesterday's problems that you were set. In a second, you can pause the video and check your answers. If you did go wrong somewhere, you can do some purple polishing, and hopefully seeing these answers written out in the proper method will help you see where you've gone wrong. As always, if you have any questions after you've purple polished, if you're still not sure about something, please do leave a message on Purple Mash. I know I keep saying that, but somebody will get back to you if you're struggling with anything. So let's just have a quick look at one of the examples. Harry is training for his school sports day. He runs round his school track 6 times a day. If he runs 330 metres a day, what is the length of the track? So we know that the total amount that he has run is 330 metres, and that to achieve this, he has run 6 times a day. So therefore, to find out the length of the track, we need to find what ones around the track would be. So we need to divide 330 metres into 6. We know that there are 6 times around the track to achieve this. So 330 divided by 6 equals 55, but we don't just leave it at that because we are answering a question, and that question has a unit of measure in it. If he runs 330 metres a day, what is the length of the track? We use this question for our answer. The length of the track is 55 metres. Let's have a look at this one. This is a multiplication question. Mr. Ali makes enough tea for 8 cups. Each cup contains 125 millilitres of tea. He pours all the tea into a flask. How much tea is in the flask? So in this instance, we know the number of groups, which is the number of cups, 8. We know how much is in each group. How much is in each cup? 125 millilitres. What we don't know is the total amount. So we need to multiply the number of cups, which is 8, by the number in each cup, which is 125 millilitres. 8 times 125 is 1,000. So there are 1,000 millilitres, or you may have put it into litres, or 1 litre of tea in the flask. So hopefully you got on okay with those. Just as I say, pause the video and check. And then here are the answers to the additional questions if you want to just pause the video and check your answers to that. And on to today's lesson. So we're carrying on with word problems, but we are looking at 2-step word problems. So this will involve a question where you will need to answer more than one question to solve the problem. It may be that you need to solve something in order to solve the next part, but it will become obvious as we go through these. So Sophia cut a length of string into 7 pieces and had 9 centimetres left. Each of the 7 pieces of string was 28 centimetres long. What was the total length of the 7 pieces of string? So, 7 pieces of string. Each piece of string was 28 centimetres long. So our bar model will look like this. We have 7 pieces of string, 7 parts to the bar model. Each part was 28 centimetres long. So each of these equal parts is 28 centimetres. So we multiply 28 by 7 and the answer is 196. You may choose to do the formal method. And then our answer to part A, the total length of the 7 pieces of string was 196 centimetres. Okay, 28 times 7 is 196. But then we have another question that we need to ask. How much string did Sophia have to begin with? So we need to go back to the original information and look at some additional info that we have there, along with the answer that we've just worked out. She cut the length of string into 7 pieces and had 9 centimetres left. So we know that the total of the 7 pieces that she cut is 196, but she had 9 centimetres left when she cut this piece of string. So we need to show a part whole bar model where we have 196 plus 9, because we're adding that 9 centimetres left over back onto the 196. So pause the video, you can work through that, and then we'll go through that answer to that in a second. So hopefully you'll see that this one was quite a simple part whole model. We were adding the 196, which the 7 pieces were cut into, with the 9 centimetres that was left over. 196 plus 9 is 205. We were asked to give our answer in metres and centimetres. So we've got 205 centimetres is the original length of the piece of string. And I know that 200 centimetres equals 2 metres. And then we have 5 centimetres that can't be converted into metres. So Sophia had 2 metres, 5 centimetres of string to begin with. Let's have a look at another example. Ella buys 3 bags of pasta and a big bottle of water. The mass of each bag of pasta is 500 grams. The 3 bags of pasta are 475 grams lighter than the bottle of water. What is the mass of the 3 bags of pasta? So, first of all, we need to work out what the mass of the 3 bags of pasta is. We know that each bag of pasta is 500 grams and that she's bought 3 bags. So we've got 3 bags, 3 groups, 1, 2, 3 of pasta, each weighing 500 grams. 500 times 3 is 1,500. So the mass of the 3 bags of pasta is 1,500 grams. So that's the first part of our question. But we have a 2-step word problem here, so we have another part to answer. What is the mass of the big bottle of water? Now, to work that out, we needed to work out the mass of the 3 bags of pasta each, because we know that the 3 bags of pasta are 475 grams lighter than the bottle of water. If we hadn't worked out what the 3 bags of pasta weighed, we wouldn't be able to work this out. So we need to do another bar model. We know that the 3 bags of pasta weigh something, and we know the difference. So pause the video and label this bar model and see if you can come up with the answer for the mass of the bag of water. So hopefully you were able to take the information from the first part of the word problem. The 3 bags of pasta weigh 1,500 grams. So in our bar model here, we have 3 bags of pasta, 1,500 grams. And we know that those 3 bags of pasta are 475 grams lighter than the bottle of water. So we don't know the mass of the bottle of water, but we know that it's heavier than the pasta because the 3 bags of pasta are 475 grams lighter than the bottle of water. So the difference between the two is 475. So in order to work out the mass of the water, we have to add the 1,500 grams plus the 475 grams. So the mass of the bottle of water is 1,975 grams. If you weren't sure about this, just pause the video and have a read through the information again and just take it step by step. Look at each bar model and how it's labelled, and hopefully that will help. So we're going to look at a different word problem now. A barrel contained some water. Reese poured out 27 litres of water to fill some buckets to the brim with water. The capacity of each bucket was 3 litres. How many buckets were needed to contain the 27 litres of water? So we know that in total we have 27 litres of water, and that 27 litres is being shared into buckets that can hold 3 litres. What we don't know is how many buckets we can fill up. So we know the total amount, we know how much is in each group, we don't know the number of groups, we don't know the number of buckets, and that's why we have this type of bar model. So this is a division word problem. Well, this part of it is anyway. We need to divide 27 by 3 to find out the number of buckets. And the answer is, of course, is 9. So we know that 9 buckets were needed to contain the 27 litres of water. but we've got another part that we need to answer. Abby used 5 buckets of water to fill her fish tank. How many buckets of water were left? Well, you can see that we couldn't answer this part of the question until we have answered this part, because we need to know how many buckets we had to start with. So you've got your bar model drawn here for you. Pause the video and have a go at labelling this and working out your number sentence, please. So hopefully you were able to realise that we knew the total amount of buckets, which is 9 buckets. We've just worked that out. Abby used 5 of them, so she's used part of the total amount. How many were left? If we know the total amount in a part whole bar model, and we know one of the amounts, to work out the other, we have to subtract. So she had 9. She's taken away 5, she's used 5 of them, so there were 4 buckets of water left. Ty stacks 6 plastic cups into a pyramid. Each plastic cup contains 310 millilitres of water. So the first part to this question is find the total volume of water in the 6 cups. So work this part out. Don't worry about what the next part says, because we need to work the part A out first. Doesn't matter what part B is asking us just now. Work out part A first. Once you've done that, you will need the answer to part A to help you work out 1 cup falls over onto the table, how much water is left. So pause the video, have a go. You've got your bar model drawn for you for part A. And you've got your number sentence that you need to complete, and then part B. So pause the video and have a go at that, and I'll go through it in a second. Okay, Ty stacked 6 plastic cups into a pyramid. So I've got 6 groups. Each plastic cup contains 310 millilitres of water. So each group has 310 millilitres. So to work out the total volume of cups, I need to multiply 310 times 6, because I have 6 cups each with 310 millilitres. And the answer to that is 1,860. So the total volume of water in the 6 cups is 1,860 millilitres. I need this information for part B, because one of the cups falls over onto the table. So I know that 1 cup holds 310 millilitres, and I want to know how much water is left if we've knocked 1 cup containing 310 millilitres over. So we take that away from the 1,860, and we're left with 1,550. So 1,550 millilitres of water are left. So here are your questions for today. They are 2-step word problems. In each of them, you will need to work out the first part, and the answers in the first part will help you in the second part. So do each part one at a time. Don't worry about part B until you've worked out part A. Draw bar models to help you. Take your time, really think about what it's asking you, whether you're going to have to carry out an addition or a subtraction, a multiplication or a division. Really take your time to think about that. If you finish these, please have a look on the website. There are more additional activities on a different PowerPoint. This is the only sheet today that I would like you to upload onto Purple Mash. Don't worry about the rest, because we have gone through those. So just this one, and we'll go through the answers tomorrow. So this is just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 from your practice books today. And sorry, I'd like this sheet onto Purple Mash as well. I do apologise. These 2 sheets just from the practice books. We'll go through that tomorrow, as I say. Good luck.